The ZIL-130. The Russian car blogger Academy G set himself an ambitious task in 2016: reach a speed of 62 miles per hour in just 5 seconds on a multi-ton truck. He chose a 1986 Soviet ZIL-130 with a payload of 6 tons and 150 horsepower to bring his idea to life. But of course, the truck went through a lot of changes along the way. It got a new 4.4-litre BMW X5M turbo engine, which generates 600 horsepower. Due to its very large dimensions, installing it in the ZIL was a real challenge. The gearbox also had to be changed. The original was too small and designed for a small number of revolutions, and therefore would simply crumble when working with the new engine. Therefore, the updated ZIL-130 received a new automatic gearbox and suspension, as well as a spectacular, unique folding visor. Remarkably, the exterior of the car remained virtually unchanged. Specialists tried to leave as many original details as possible, so the truck would really surprise everyone. And it is surprising, because eventually it was able to accelerate to 62 miles per hour in exactly 5 seconds. Express Van Postman Pat. The next vehicle is officially the fastest Postman Pat van in the world. On the 30th of August 2012, it took part in a drag racing competition at York Raceway in the East Riding of Yorkshire in the UK. The van completed the quarter-mile section in 17.5 seconds, reaching 84.28 miles per hour. Our viewers from the UK surely recognise this van, and for a good reason. Postman Pat was popular in the 80s. The body you see on your screen belonged to a coin-operated ride. It was bought for $340 on eBay, after which the creators, Tom Armitage and David Taylor, began modifying it. They had to work hard for the car to be able to develop such an impressive speed. The project took 2 years. The finished model has a racing wheelbase, smooth tyres, and a 30 cubic inch 4-stroke engine. Chainlink Extreme 4x4. Imagine an off-road vehicle capable of overcoming any, even the craziest obstacles. Well, you can see it on your screen right now. The main feature of the car is an amazing articulated independent suspension. It can lift its front tyre in the air over 7 feet, but that's not all. By just moving the swing arms, the driver can change the wheelbase of the car from 80 to 120 inches. A 5.0 Mustang HO Cobra engine with 240 horsepower was chosen for this vehicle. It also got a Citroen C4 transmission and a Dana 20 transfer case. The gearbox had to be reduced twice in size. Ground clearance can be changed by adjusting the suspension, and it reaches a maximum of 40 inches. Hydrostatic twin-turbo diesel motorcycle. Now let's go to the USA, to Sam Turner's workshop. He is the creator of this hand-built diesel-powered all-wheel drive motorcycle with a hydraulic system. It started with a Yanmar 51 cubic inch diesel motor. 2 RHB 31 turbochargers and an intercooler from a Suzuki Swift are responsible for its air supply. According to the original idea, the diesel engine was to be a part of a diesel-electric power unit. It'd provide power to a generator that would drive each wheel. However, the realization of the idea proved to be too expensive in the end, so the master turned his eyes to hydraulics. As a result, the wheels are driven by hydraulic motors, which are controlled by pumps. The design was very heavy, so a special suspension was developed for it. consisting of several airbags with automatic leveling systems and adjustable shock absorbers. Amazingly, all of this allowed the bike to easily reach speeds of up to 99 miles per hour. Volkswagen Dune Buggy. The frame for this custom car was a chassis from a 1973 Volkswagen Beetle. It was cut and shortened by 22 inches. Then, a protective cage of metal pipes was welded onto the chassis. The windshield and a few protective panels were attached to the top, so that the whole structure was as open as possible. Then, the car was assembled like a construction set from a variety of parts. For example, the battery was taken from a Toyota Prius. The engine was rebuilt many times and ended up with a volume of 98 cubic inches. The windshield was especially hard to work with. It was necessary to choose an option that would optimally match the curve of the safety cage. In the end, the creator chose the windshield from a Toyota Previa, trimmed of course. Overall, it didn't take much time to assemble the mini car. The author of the project is Theon Parsegian, a car mechanic from the USA. Tall twin bike. You wouldn't want to fall off a bike like this, all because the rider travels at a height of about 7 feet. However, in case you're afraid of heights, there is another seat, a little lower. The Tall Twin was built in Paris, but interestingly enough, the idea is not new. The first bicycle of this kind was built in England in 1895, and the next attempt to build something similar was made in 1915. Never Was Hall. The next vehicle we'll talk about is a self-propelled mobile home on wheels, which is also an art object. It was designed by a group of inventors in Berkeley, California in 2006, and it was presented to the public at the Burning Man Festival. The structure is 24 feet long, 12 feet wide, and 24 feet tall. It's made from 75% recycled materials. The structure has 3 stories, and the last 2 can be folded down to allow the car to travel on public roads. Since the Never Was Hall was built to surprise, it has a very low driving speed of only 5 miles per hour. High-speed all-terrain vehicle. For the last vehicle of the day, we go to Russia once again. This time, you're looking at a homemade high-speed all-terrain vehicle. The tracks for the vehicle were taken from a Buran snowmobile. The creator had to cut them in 2 in order for them to fit. The gearbox was borrowed from a Soviet cargo scooter, the Muravay. It has a 15 cubic inch engine from a motocross bike with a capacity of 20 horsepower. The transmission is manual, and the vehicle has a rear-wheel drive. According to the manufacturer of this vehicle, the top speed is 50 km per hour. He started purchasing parts for the all-terrain vehicle at the end of 2016. The project took almost 1 year. Construction began in May 2017, and the first ride took place in April 2018.